Hey everybody, I'm Cari Champion and welcome to the Sistas Salon conversation. I'm heading inside of this salon to talk with my girls about money, and you need to sit back and relax and enjoy. They're dropping some gems.
Okay, so let's talk money. Is it safe to talk to your girlfriends about money? Do you feel safe? Is it a safe and soft space to
Not
bring
all
up what you're
girlfriends.
Not all girls.
You can't, not all girlfriends.
Okay.
I have some girlfriends that, I talk to them about debt because that's a real thing. We are a spending generation.
For sure.
We like to spend. And I talk about that a lot. I have a mentorship program, and I talk about making sure that we love to look beautiful, but what are we doing? Are we doing the right things with our money? I know we want the nails and the hair and the bag and the clothes, but at the end of the day, I really talk about, with my mentors, my mentees that is, about being just really financially responsible.
Absolutely.
It's because it's so hard, because it's so easy to go, especially on social media. Everybody's, in Lake Como, they just spending the money. Everybody got the bags. Everybody on the yacht. And so everyone's like, well, we can do the yacht and the lakes and this. And I'm like, but can you?
Right.
Really?
Can you? Yeah. Right.
And so those are the uncomfortable conversations I don't mind having, but I really look towards people that I admire who have achieved a lot and saved a lot, and I see that they really are living the life, that they're not just doing it for the looks, they are living the life. I ask them about their financial advice, who's their planner. I have a really good group of girlfriends who'll tell me who their financial planner is, or what they've been able to do, or whatever their 401k situation is.
It's empowering.
That's
I think women don't understand that being in charge of your finances gives you power, because it gives you the ability to make your own decisions. Absolutely. It gives you the ability to decide how you want to navigate your life.
Yep.
It gives you the ability to say, if I'm between jobs or between gigs, it's okay because I'm empowered.
Yes.
I have an emergency savings.
Yes.
I didn't have to spend on every bag or every shoe. I didn't buy a new vehicle.
Yep.
And because of that, I have the power to decide how I navigate my life.
Yep.
And so when you think about money as a tool to help you make decisions to navigate your life, younger generation is not there yet often. You have to teach them, and I think that's why talking about finances with your girls is so important.
What I do, especially with younger athletes, is I talk openly about budgeting for little things like your stylist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't spend that much money on clothes that you might only wear one
Once.
single time walking into the tunnel. No, try to get brand deals or talk
Says
to people.
everyone at the draft. And you're like, I spent all this money on my draft outfit, I'll never wear it again.
and that's a special moment, right?
You're like Cari, but I may have never worn it again, but I love it. Yeah.
Yes, but
KJ, do you feel like you can't wear the same outfit? I'm curious about that. We got into the clothes and finances.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would wear this dress every day.
I love that.
Do you understand? Yes. I don't play that. I'm a frugal girly. I'm a frugal girly.
Good,
okay?
good.
I really don't play that. Again, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's most important is my art. And what I've learned is, when I'm desperate, I put out bad work.
Right.
The thing is, I've had to learn is that I'm not the expert.
Yeah.
Right.
So I need an expert. I
you
need
hire people that
someone
know.
in the position who knows they do this from 9 to 5,
Right.
or hopefully longer than that,
That's
honestly.
it. But you just gave a gem. Imagine being so desperate or being tight with your finances, you're not able to think clearly or make good decisions or put out good work. All of us are a product of the work in which we put out, whether it be on the court, in the boardroom, on TV, on television. There's something about not doing good work that can be connected to the choices that you're making financially. What's some of the, I don't know, some of the best advice, financial advice that you've been given?
You need to be able to know where your money is going.
Yes.
That agent gets you this deal, how much do they get? You go
Yes.
there, do they pay for this? or am I paying?
I know people will think, oh, you make this money, but we all know that what you make that's not obviously half is taxes, right? And then, you have so many other people to pay once you get at a certain level.
Yeah,
and I
so
don't
taxes
think,
come after.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's even the worst part.
Yeah, people don't know
Like,
that.
just
So
take them out right away.
Yeah, so you're asking the right questions. Who do I pay? I know for me, when I ended up getting a financial planner, that was the best advice I got from my agent.
Nice.
I had to just surrender to the idea that I don't know everything, to your point, and that I do need this financial literacy and that financial help. That was the best advice I had ever been able to receive and take.
It's rewiring your brain to think about why financial education is important, because so many of us had bad habits, and we were taught bad habits because our parents and the generation that preceded us didn't know.
That's right.
So for me, it's aligning your spending, saving, and investing with your values. Ally actually has a platform called Money Roots that helps you get to the root of your issues with money, because we all have issues as it relates to the money. And the root of your relationship with money, how do you think about money as a way to be financially whole and well? And so the premise or the basis is aligning your values, like what is important to you, and how do you lather up your spending with those things that are important to you, and then you don't spend on other areas that are not important.
I think a lot of people think when you get to the league that you have to have everything right away, but I didn't even have my own car for the longest. I would take the car rentals that the teams would give me. After season, I would either rent one myself or like go overseas, but I didn't have that big purchase of a car yet. And that saved me a lot of money to be able to buy a house. Because I wanted a nice car. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back on that. And then I just bought my first car like last year for the first time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But it was just something that you hold off, because I was able to hold off on that too. So yeah, but I mean, I'm sure you have like a nice luxury necessity or item that you do purchase.
Absolutely. So I really tried not to skimp on those wellness things for me, because in this season, having 2 kids under the age of 2, it is a lot of stress. And so part of my little luxuries, one of my values is self-care and making sure I'm taking care of myself. And so I do not skimp on going to the spa. I make sure that I do it. Yeah.
I think I think self-care is really a big thing. And for me, self-care is the only way that I can really relax. So it looks like a few things for me. I'm a girl's girl. I love to get my hair did.
Same.
I'm just a convenience girl, so I like meal prep services. I like housekeeping. Like.
Love housekeeping.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm like, she's going through. I was like, check
Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it is my motto, because time is energy, and all of that is so valuable to me. I could just be making more money with this energy. I could be making more money with this time that I now have, because I'm not exhausting myself on a service that I can outsource from an expert. Because if I
really
did it,
knows
it's
what
going to
they're
be
doing.
terrible anyway.
Right. Because they really know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yes,
They're an expert.
Are the luxuries that you all talked about planned or unplanned, impulsive? Are you budgeting for them? Tell us more about that.
They're in my budget.
They're in your budget.
I work them into the budget. I need them. You know, like at this point in my life and my career, we're busy. We're traveling all the time. We're like you said, you know, I'm a daughter. I have people that count on me to be present and to be involved in their life. And so for me, I budget those items out. I'm not impulsive by any. At the most, I'll buy a stick of gum at the local convenience store. I am not impulsive by any stretch of the imagination, because my life has gotten so big that everything matters.
So one of my colleagues who leads our platform talking about financial health and wellness encouraged me to start saying financial mantras to myself. So it's saying like, well, money and abundance flows naturally.
That's right. That's right.
And so it's
That's
part of the thing is like, you can look into the mirror and you can tell yourself that
Yep.
I deserve
We can always
to
make
be
money.
well. I
Yeah.
deserve
You can
what
always make
I
money.
get in
Yeah.
my life. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve
Say that.
generational wealth. Like you have to tell yourself those
That's
things.
right.
Otherwise, you will feel guilty
Yes.
about doing something that you deserve. You actually
Yes.
deserve
A
Yes.
vacation. You
and
deserve a
wellness
rest and a
and
nice hotel
vacation.
and a car
Absolutely.
and all of the things.
Yes.
And
Listen,
all
and
of
I
the
want more.
things. And I
Yes.
want more.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want it to stop. Because now
Absolutely.
that I've experienced it,
You can't
I'm
go
like,
back.
I'm like, oh, a driver is now on the list. I need one. I need one of those.
Absolutely.
I need
yes.
me a
So you
private
can
driver.
get more work done
It's,
while
no,
you sit
literally,
back in the
but
car.
also it has increased my ambition.
Yes.
It's increased my creativity because I'm like, oh, you know, so, and I always say money flows to me easily
Flows
and
to me.
abundantly
Amen.
in God's
Absolutely.
perfect way.
Yes.
Yep.
Because first of all, I want it to come the right way.
You're right.
I want to receive it the right way.
Right.
But I had being an artist, being an actress, I had come from a place of such desperation to have it because I had not had it for so long that I had to take myself out of what you said, the trauma response of like, oh wait, no, it's here. You know, it took me 5 years to even like get out of fight or flight with money.
Yeah, because I think Black women, we don't lack confidence. We lack financial education, and the financial education is the piece that we're missing.
Yeah, that's a missing. Because everyone's afraid to.
Oh, okay. What is it that you feel women should know about the financial
Yeah.
education, the financial literacy?
Yeah.
What do you feel women should know?
So I feel like there are a couple of things. So they need to know that the information is accessible and it is out there. But you actually have to seek it out, right? So that no one's gonna tap you on the shoulder and say that you need to align your spending with your values. You have to stop overspending in areas that don't make sense to you. But if someone told you that, once you start to hear these messages, you actually have to implement them in your day-to-day,
Yep.
week-to-week environment. You have to make choices. You have to be disciplined, right, about the things that you're spending on and the things that you decide not to spend on. And you have to really think about what I said earlier about the power that you get from being well financially. I
Yeah.
think a lot of
It's
women.
liberating.
It's liberating. It's
liberating.
liberating to know that my emergency savings is fully funded, and that if I got laid off tomorrow, that I don't have to go from a place of desperation because I know that I've done the job and I've invested in my 401k
Retirement,
and
yes,
my
we're
retirement
already
account.
working
I've
towards
already started to work towards my
It's always on the
retirement
mind.
account, and with that, it's great to start young, right? When you're getting that first job.
Could you
it's-
imagine if you at
At
21?
21,
We're
if you
we're
had
just
started
like
investing,
we
I
were
wish I
jealous.
would've
So we're like, if we knew then,
Yes,
I wish
we would have
yes.
just changed the whole
Compound
game.
interest is your friend.
What do you ladies feel that you learned from our conversation today?
I feel like I've learned so much just by sitting here. First of all, I love that I feel like I'm going towards the right trajectory of life, and being able to sit with you all and just being able to have these same conversations. I just feel like, okay, it takes the worry of me that I need to do this, and this in such a clingy way. Whereas, I don't know, it will just come to me and like the free flowing.
Attract that.
Yeah,
attract that.
attractiveness of it.
I think just having a more healthy relationship with money and being just a tad bit more responsible. You know what I mean? Just a little bit more disciplined in certain areas where you're like, I can tighten that up. We can all tighten up something.
for sure, yeah.
So that's what I felt like the biggest thing that I learned today.
How about you?
You all gave me the energy to know that the work that I do is important, and the programs that myself and my company put out are necessary in this world. So I think you all gave me that energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
How about you?
What about
Oh,
you,
I
Kate?
deserve. Invest in my rest, and I need a
Invest
safe
in your
and
rest.
soft space.
That's
Yes.
what you
Finances
need. We
and
need
for
a
sisterhood.
safe and soft
I learned something from all
space.
y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it with me
All right.
forever.
What I also learned is that she is really doing a good job on this pedicure.
Listen,
Yeah, this feels so
Thank
good.
you. This massage feels really great. Thank
Amazing.
you.
amazing. New service added.
Not already.